I want to start off with a simple question. What if the distress we see in helping professionals isn't a personal failure, but a predictable response to the systems we ask them to work inside? My research focuses on child welfare, a field shaped by chronic crisis, unmanageable caseloads, moral constraint, constant surveillance, and deep responsibility with limited resources. Over time, these conditions don't just cause stress, they wear people down ethically, emotionally, and relationally. Yet when workers begin to struggle, dominant leadership and clinical models often respond by looking inward. Burnout, withdrawal, or emotional expression get framed as a lack of resilience, poor coping, or individual vulnerability. And in that process, the system itself disappears from view. This research argues that these reactions are not signs of weakness. They are productive and ethically meaningful responses to sustained pressure, threat, and moral conflict. When people are placed in conditions where they cannot do the work ethically or safely, distress makes sense. I also examine leadership. Value-based and decolonial leadership approaches matter, not because they fix broken systems, but because they act as resistance. Naming harm, protecting relational care, and refusing to normalize conditions that injure people. But leadership alone is not enough. The central call of this research is for structural and policy reform. If practitioner distress is an occupational hazard, not a personal deficit, then responsibility cannot remain with individual workers. It must be reflected in how we design child welfare systems, how we prepare and support practitioners, and how compensation, governance, and accountability frameworks recognize and respond to occupational harm. If we want to reduce stigma, we have to stop asking, what's wrong with this worker, and begin asking, what has happened to them? Because when we restore context, we restore responsibility to the systems, histories, and structures that shape their work. Thank you.